Well, I am drilling ryegrass today, and yes, I'm in the 5610 Massey, and there's a reason why. I got a flat tire on the 6415. I usually do all my planting and drilling with the 6415. I did some with the 5065E just because it has a pretty tight turning radius, but the 6415 has a really tight turning radius, and therefore makes it very good for running this little bitty baby seed drill here. But anyway, yeah, I had a flat tire, actually the second flat tire I've had this year on the 6415, and it's not the same tire. And I don't have what I need to fix it because it's going to need a boot and some stuff. So found it yesterday morning, which I had some other stuff going on yesterday. I was actually going to drill this yesterday, plant it, and we got a rain Friday night. Today's Sunday, and it was dry enough to plant yesterday, but what there is of this wheat and bean stubble that's still left here on the ground, it was kind of damp, and I knew the drill wouldn't cut through it when it was kind of rubbery like that. So I thought, well, I'll give it the day to dry that stuff out, and then I'll come in here on Sunday, which is today, and plant this in the rye. I'm actually running some crimson clover with it as well. I've got just enough to do this, but I'm pretty much going to run the clover till it runs out, and that's that. That's all I had left. But I would be in the 5065E since I still have it at the moment, but that crazy hydraulic port is, I mean, completely locked up. I actually, when I realized the tire was flat on the 6415 yesterday, it was about midday, so I called my contact with Deere, and I said, hey, I got a little bit of an issue. Do you mind if I run the 5065E some more in light of the flat tire I've got? Because I figured they would want to be keeping the hours down on that tractor since it's going back. They'll obviously resell that tractor, I'm sure. So anyway, they said that was fine. I said, but I told them, I said, the hydraulic port's locked up and I need it. And I asked them, I said, can I play around with this hydraulic port, take it off, take it apart, whatever, see if I can get it to work and use it? And they said, yeah, that's fine, because they were just going to replace that whole module, that whole coupler. And as you can see, I'm in the Massey. I did not get it unlocked. I did take it off the tractor. It looked like it came apart in the middle, but I never could get it to come apart. And it's just that ring with the little balls in it that your hydraulic fitting goes in. It moves just barely little bit. It's like there's a piece of rubber or a seal or O-ring or something that's come loose in there that's got it locked up. I really wish I could have got it apart. I'd like to see how that thing worked. But it was not going to free up, and it was not going to come apart. So I put it back on there after I spent probably the better half of an hour and a half looking at the crazy thing. And I just said, I forget it all. I'll use the Massey. I don't like, well, this is actually the first time I've ever planted any seed with this tractor, and it just doesn't have a tight enough turning radius that I like at the end, so I'm having to leave a really large gap on my end rows that I'm going to have to go back around and get, but it is what it is right now, because there's another good chance of rain coming up midweek, and I really wanted this planted by then so it could hopefully germinate and sprout and come on up, because today's the 20th I think. Anyway, it's getting late in the year, and it's just really hard to get these inroads with this tractor. But anyway, I'm getting it done. The other crazy thing I found out, when I bought the rye, I thought, well, I'm not going to go through the calibration procedure on the drill to calibrate proceeding the rye. I'm just going to go by what the chart says in the book and just see how close we are. I did buy some extra rye. It's not all too terribly expensive. So anyway, I just took it for granted that there was a seed chart for ryegrass in the book. I never did look until this morning, and it has rye, cereal rye, and it has a perennial rye, but it does not have annual rye. So I thought, well, maybe the perennial rye would be close enough. No, it wouldn't. I set it per the perennial rye setting, and I put enough in there. I'm going off my acre counter. I'm just doing an infield calibration, and I was about 10 pounds to the acre too heavy. So I've made an adjustment. There's a nice little formula in the book that you can use to put in what you're currently at and put in what your target rate is, and it'll tell you pretty close what your setting on the drill should be. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm going to run about 2 acres here on what I've got in the drill, and check it again and see if I need to fine tune it a little bit. Get it close enough anyway. But it did have a chart for annual rye on the small seed box, which that's where I'm running my clover. But it only went up to like 8 pounds to the acre in the small seed box, and the small seed box is not there's a gearbox here on the drill that has 4 speeds that will give you quite a range of settings for the main seed box, but the gearbox does not affect the speed of the small seed box. So the only range you've got on it is your seed cup opening on the small seed box, and that's it. So that wouldn't have worked anyway. But so that's where I'm at on this. Another reason I didn't want to use the Massey today was it's still fairly dusty, even though we had a small rain the other night. We are officially under water restrictions now due to the drought, and I am on county water, which is under those restrictions, but where the farm is well water, and we're trying to not use much water there, you know, because we really don't know how dry it is down in the ground. So we don't want to run the well dry. I don't even want to run it dry momentarily because it just causes issues with the well pump, and I don't want to deal with them. But anyway, so I'm getting the massive quite dusty and dirty, and I have 2 people interested in it at the moment. One of them has been interested for a few weeks now. It's just been this off and on kind of calls and checks on it kind of thing, so I really don't know where that's going. And the other one had just contacted me the other day, so don't know just yet on that. But anyway, it's going to be nice and dusty and dirty, and there ain't much I can do about it unless I want to run well water, clean it, because the water restrictions we got notified about specifically say no washing of tractors or equipment. So I don't want to get caught doing that. I don't know what the fine is, but that's basically once you go under a water restriction, you get caught doing something you're not supposed to be doing with water, you get fined. So that's the deal with that. So anyway, just going back and forth, not much to it. This field did till up pretty well. So got a good bit of the stubble and stuff turned under. Still bits and pieces on top of the ground, good bit, but the drill seems to be getting the seed onto the ground pretty good. I've about got this thing as light as it will drill on the depth setting as I can go. I'm just trying to get it in good contact with the soil here and pressed in, and that's that. Almost like I can sponge spread it. I guess I could have just sponge spread this on and then run the cultipacker over it, but I didn't really want to do that. I get a little bit more uniform rate doing it with the drill, so anywho, hadn't got my cattle check yet on those calves I took off. Thought I would have got that yesterday, but I didn't. But I don't know how good or bad they done. I guess I could have called down there, but yeah, they're probably not going to be good, so I guess I'll take what I get on. I did wind up using the 5065E a little bit yesterday. I actually used it to cultipack this ground because I didn't need a hydraulic port for that. So I thought, well, I got it. They said I could put hours on it, and I did. I used it to pull up some fence posts the other day too, or yesterday. That's what I was doing yesterday afternoon, was taking some fence down. But anyway, it has turned cold again. I think we got into the 80s Friday, and the highs today around low 50s, I think. It's pretty chilly out. I've actually got my boggin and coat with me. It was pretty chilly all day yesterday. Wind was blowing pretty good though. But yeah, my other seed that I sowed a month ago now, probably a little over a month ago now. There's some low areas that's come up. I've probably mentioned before, but still nothing's come up. I'm really worried about that fescue orchard grass, if it's going to do anything or not. So So I don't know. My contact at the co-op said not to put rye on top of it, to kind of wait it out. So I don't know. I've heard that you can plant rye on up into December, so I guess I'll see what the weather does. If I don't get some of that stuff up by mid-December, I may run in there and spin spread some rye on top of it or something, just to get something growing on it. But at the same time, I don't want to get too much ryegrass growing, because you kind of got to cut ryegrass and get it off at the optimal time, and you're never guaranteed the weather's going to work with you for that. And I'd be a little bit nervous about having that much rye to try to get it all off, you know, cut and baled and off before it goes bad. So that's the other side of the equation as well. So I don't know. I always, you know, worry about things being too wet to get things done, but man, when it gets this dry, you can't get anything to grow. I mean, you can do a lot of field work, but you ain't got no moisture, ain't nothing gonna happen. So it's just bad. You know, we need a week of just slow, steady rains, just about. But goodness, it's so dry and dusty now. If we get too much rain, everything's gonna wash. So I don't know. But I'm feeding hay like no tomorrow already, and I've already been worried about having enough hay. I'm starting to think. Usually, some of the fescues and cool season grasses in the pasture start to green up a little bit this time of year, because, you know, we usually get some rain and it's usually just warm enough that those try to come out a little bit, and the cows get some grazing off that. But it's just everything's dead, and all they got to eat now is hay. They picked every leaf and little bush and every little bit of green matter they can pick off everything, and they're eating hay like it's, you know, mid-February, you know, teens and 20-degree weeks, you know, and they really eat a lot of hay, and it's starting to make me think I'm going to wind up having to buy some hay. I just hate to do it just yet. I kind of want to hold out, but I may be one of the ones that's driving to Georgia or Kentucky or way off somewhere to get a load or two of hay. But we'll see. You know, I may have to get some for some other people. I don't know, but yeah, that's the story. Man, when I was plowing this field, once it got dark and the dust was so bad when I was making my second pass that I just about couldn't see what I was doing. Same thing for cultipacking this. I was cultipacking this in the dark, and it was just really bad. There's still a little bit of moisture in the ground from that rain the other night, so it's helping out right now, but it's still a little dust. But anyway, I guess that's my video for today. Just thought I'd do a little ride along here in the Massey for old time's sake, because I don't know how much longer it's going to be around. If you're the least bit interested in this tractor and you've been sitting on the fence about contacting me, I will make you a good deal on this tractor, trust me. if all goes well, something new is coming. I just don't know. Next week is Thanksgiving, and there's some things that have got to take place and be done, so it's probably going to be a couple of weeks, but I will need to move this tractor. So you know, a lot of you are telling me to keep this tractor. Some of you are adamantly telling me what to do with this tractor. Just a reminder to some of you folks, I don't tell or let go of every little tidbit of information that goes on. I'm not going to, you know, tell you people how much money I got, how much I got in the bank, and all that. So ultimately, what I decide to do on a tractor is my decision. It is my business, and I know a lot of you like these videos, and you know, when some of you want to use certain words towards me and telling me what I should and shouldn't be doing, you know, it makes me think, well, should I just be doing this at all? You know, I do not have to make these videos. It does take time to do these videos. It takes time to get them up. It takes time to edit them. It takes time to keep up with batteries, keeping things charged, and cameras and gear. Just like this camera today, I had to make an effort to go get it, get everything out of the truck, and get it put together. I had to get fresh batteries. You know, it's one of those things. So I know there's some die-hard Massey guys out there. There's some die-hard Deere guys. There's some die-hard Kubota guys, and it's like Ford, Chevy, and Ram. But I don't want to get into those arguments. But what I decide to do is what I decide to do. I'm going to do what I think is best for me, my finances, and the farm in general, for not just now, but years to come. And I'm sorry if that upsets some of y'all, but you know, when it comes to making comments, you can make them in a way that's not so, I don't know, I don't want to say offensive, but you know, I like the comments, I like the feedback, I like keeping up with a lot of you guys, and especially some of you fellow YouTubers that also put videos up. I like watching y'all's channels and keeping up with y'all's things y'all do, because you know, farming is different in different areas of the country and the world, and you know, we all like, I believe, seeing how each of us do things a little different than others based on our geographical location and what we're doing. But and like some have said, nobody knows my situation better than I do. One guy nailed it on the head in saying that there might be a little bit of additional story to come, and that might be true as well. So some of you just need to be patient and wait this out. But I will continue to let you guys know what I'm up to, what Deere's up to, what AGCO may or may not be up to, and y'all will all be in the know, and I'll eventually explain why I've done what I've done, whatever that turns out to be. But anyway, that's that. Just had to get on my soapbox a little bit about that here in this last little part. But I'm not gonna call the people out directly, but just be mindful that you may, well, you don't know the whole story, because I don't let go of everything, and that's just that. what I decide to do is what I decide to do. And I will say this, in this whole process involving the tractor, I have asked questions, I've asked for some feedback, I've asked for different things in videos, as you obviously know, and I have taken all those comments into consideration towards the decisions that I'm making at the moment. And I very much appreciate those of you that have done that. It has been a great help to me in this decision, and it would have been a much tougher decision had it, not been for you guys that have helped out with that feedback. So I am going to give credit where credit's due on that. So I thank all y'all for that. But anyway, with that, I'm going to wrap this up and just keep going back and forth for a long time, way up until tonight probably. But anyway, thanks to all my subscribers, thanks for the comments, thanks for the feedback. Comment, rate, subscribe, whatever you like to do. Appreciate it, and see you next time.